Are you okay with the fact that somebody else is grinding right now and you're just sitting on the couch being lazy?
My name is Adam Gaynor, and after selling 25 million records as a former original member of the band Matchbox 20, I decided to come to Hollywood and open an entertainment company called Creationville. I've shot reality TV sizzles, animation shorts, and even manufactured plush toys overseas. But when it was time to launch the company, I needed help. So I called in a few friends to help us all navigate Hollywood. This is Creationville.
I love to eat. I love Domino's pizza.
Is that like
as a competitive sport?
Yeah.
I was about to say, have you seen competitive eating?
Have you seen me eat a Domino's pan pizza with pepperoni and pineapple?
Is that the next video? Do we have the next video?
You know, I actually tried to contact Domino's to get an endorsement. It hasn't happened yet, but I plan on being the world's first cellist officially endorsed by Domino's. Not any pizza chain. I want Domino's.
So Domino's, we're going to hashtag you. If you can endorse Tina, that would be a great deal to me.
Please, please.
But guess what? We're going to do a synchronization, Randy, in 3, 2, 1. This is unbelievable. I am so...
Use a drumstick.
No, I'm so excited to be here. This is one of my favorite days ever in the history of vodcast history.
Yep.
I don't know, did you see me today? I was dolling up.
I did.
I was doing a little bit of the touch-up makeup because, I'm an elder. And let's not go through every sound to start the show. But I'd like to say that I want to get right into this.
Yes, do it.
I have never been more proud. Ladies and gentlemen, can't be more proud of our guest this evening. This woman literally might be my role model. Yeah. She's my idol. I am so grateful she's taking the time to do the show today. There is not a harder working human being on the planet. There just isn't, right? So let's take a second to understand what this lady friend of mine has already accomplished on this earth. And I literally don't have enough time. Are you still with us, by the way?
Hello.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to read all of her accolades, but I'm going to give you some of my highlights. This is part of the show. You have to deal with 5 minutes of embarrassment.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and
okay.
but you're not even here yet.
Okay.
So here's the deal. This lady has toured with Hans Zimmer, a.k.a. on our show, he's known as the Ziminator. He's our guy. This is our guy. It's Hans. It's my guy. And he's also known to we've talked about it from time to time. From 2016 to today, she's been a featured performer for his Hans Zimmer live shows, which I think if you think of all the talented people on earth, the fact that she's just we could stop there. If she's doing that, that's a show. But there's more. She's a brand partner or formerly with Bentley. You know the car?
Yes.
I have a Bentley watch actually, but I don't think it's from the same. But yeah, she's currently a brand partner with the Ritz-Carlton, the luxury hotels that I used to be. I used
staying in.
Loved them. So comfortable. Love you guys at Ritz-Carlton. Maybe I'll get like a half a day stay from this.
Coupon.
Yeah. I used to be there. Okay. Maybe she's not done enough of that, but with the Ziminator, she also composed the main title theme to Wonder Woman. This is
brilliant, unbelievable.
And probably Wonder Woman too, from what I heard in Hollywood. There's a secret project we're not allowed to mention, which I had to sign an NDA just to get her in the parking lot. There's this bigger than life movie that's coming out. Not allowed to say what it is, but I know.
Sure.
And I'll tell everyone on social media. No, I won't because I'll get killed. But it's a big one. She's going to be doing that as well. She may or may not have fans. We're not going to get into it. Called the Guo Bots. That's the first hint of who this person is. Okay. She's nominated for a Brit Award for Favorite Female Artist. She's toured with Cirque du Soleil's Michael Jackson Immortal World Tour. She's currently making her second album to be released by Sony, which also, if you think about, she had a first album that was nominated for a Grammy.
Perfect.
I just don't even understand what she's doing. She's written and composed music for the biggest video games in the world. And to make you feel bad about yourself for complaining that there's not enough hours in the day to walk your dog and take a nap, all right? She literally has been running Hollywood, in my opinion, for the last 5 years. I saw her when she was 5 months old. It's not a true story. It's not true. People of planet Earth, this show is completely not worthy, but I'm so proud to introduce possibly my most favorite person in the whole galaxy. Ladies and gentlemen, Tina Guo.
Wow, what do I say to that? I'm My hands are sweating. This is a lot of pressure. My God.
I was sweating too because I wrote that literally in the parking lot. Just for her. No research. Yeah. I just literally just went to Twitter and I'm like, what can I say?
I said you better say nice things about
what can
me.
I say? We have the bad version for after the show when you're gone.
Perfect.
We go through all the gossip.
Oh, good.
No, we don't,
Good,
Tina.
good. I hope so.
No. Do you have, Tina, I have wanted you on this show forever. I'm so sincerely grateful for you being here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Yeah.
As we always say, Randy Cook is not just sidekick, partner in crime, musical director.
Psychic.
He always thinks I say psychic.
It sounds, he's saying sidekick, but
He is psychic.
He's a psychic sidekick.
That would be great.
Yeah, you need to get that.com before this airs.
Great.
Like, psychic sidekick.
Yeah.
And then people are going to go to that and find you.
Yeah, that's it.
They're going to find your stuff. I'm going to grab
my
that.
spin-off show.
I'm going to grab that for you. Hold on. We have to have security. Go grab psychic sidekick. We got the lawyers are on the phone. Tina, again, it's awesome. We've even worked together once, and I remember in my creepy haunted production office. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
God,
where was that?
So blessed in the studio that is the Studio City.
Ah.
And I mean, I don't know. I really think we should just stop the show because I don't even know where to proceed. So Tina's.
Okay, bye guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming out, Tina. Basically, I'd like to go through a lot with you today. I'm trying to figure out, first of all, you're in the process of moving to Vegas.
Yes, my fiance Rambo and I have been back and forth to Vegas 2 times in the last 6 days. We went to IKEA 7 times alone 2 days ago. So
Yeah, right.
it's been, literally.
Are you
7 times.
driving or flying there?
We flew the first time.
Yeah, see?
And then we drove, was it, oh my God, it was yesterday morning. I think we drove back.
And it takes the same amount of time. The amount of time to pack your bag, to check it in,
literally the exact
get
same
on the
amount of
plane,
time. Yep.
right?
Yes.
You just drive there in 3.5 hours.
Especially if you drive really fast.
Yeah.
It's kind of incredible that with all the things you've been doing, we kind of talk about in the show, I need to take a minute. I like to get my guests to kind of absorb a second of acknowledging exactly what separates the people that complain that they have to work 6 hours a day and 8 hours a day. And they're trying, I have a quote that I use in the show a lot. It's like, if success were, it's stupid. If success were easy, we'd all be successful. It's so simple. But what it means is there's a tenacious drive and a work ethic that not just Hollywood, not just music, but it's literally just trying to do something better with your life. And Tina, as I kid her all the time, is a person that, how many hours a day do you generally practice? Like still, you're the top cellist almost on the planet, and yet... No more?
Well, no, I used to practice about 8 hours a day, 8 or 9 hours a day. But now, because things are very busy, I try to do at least a couple hours, but I do spend at least probably 12 hours a day doing business stuff. So I need to work on that balance a little bit.
But you literally, I don't even think it was 2 years ago you were probably doing 8 hours a day.
Probably like 3 or 4 years ago.
That's what I said, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, it just...
No, I always correct myself.
No, it depends, of course, how busy you are. You know, if I'm working on projects, there just really isn't time to practice. But
2 hours a day, even just that's a lot. I mean, that's the dedication.
If it's focused practice, it's more effective than hours and hours of mindless, just noodling around, which I used to do sometimes.
But I think that's an important part of this story is for whether you're a fellow musician or whether you're someone trying to put screenplays into Hollywood, putting time into your craft is something that I'd love you to talk about for a second, because you did put 8 hours a day. Tina, you were literally one of the best cellists in LA and the world, and you still were putting 8 hours a day into it. Tell us why. Tell us what that did for you. Did it help your confidence, your skill level? I mean, did you do it? What the hell reason? Why would you do that?
I think it was instilled in me. I didn't have a choice because to start with, both of my parents are Chinese, obviously.
Yeah.
Chinese
I was going to say Chinese or Jewish. No, whatever. It's one of that's
close.
Tina's Italian, though.
Tina's Italian.
In origin.
They're both music teachers.
Yeah.
They're both extreme, not even tiger parents, but like super dragon parents, right? And I started out my life being, I have to be honest with you, forced into the family trade.
Okay.
I didn't have.
It's honest.
They literally locked me in my room with like a key, and they would let me out. No, they would let me out.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
No,
I laugh because I'm nervous. I'm uncomfortable.
Be very uncomfortable right now. No, it was terrible. I have to say it was terrible growing up, but the results worked. And so I was used to practicing 3 or 4 hours at a time. You're allowed to go to the bathroom for 5 minutes, drink some water. And so I think growing up in that type of environment where it was basically a boot camp of training, in a way, actually now I'm 34 years old. I'm turning 35 this year.
Wow.
And I'm trying to learn, actually, funny enough, how to take a little bit of time off because I basically have no social life. I mean, this is like my big event of like the month, minus the moving and stuff, of course. But
that's for Tina showing up today, by the way.
Thank you.
Does it end?
No, it's just like you said, it's obsessive focus, right? And I always tell myself, and also I do consultations now with other
we're
going to
get into that. I can't wait.
Yeah, and I tell them it's we always want to tell people, you're great, it's okay, blah, blah, but that's not reality. Real life, it's difficult. It's very competitive, especially in the entertainment industry, but in any industry. And if you want it, you have to fucking
it's okay. No,
we have
dog bark samples.
Okay,
Tina actually did bark like a dog, and then then you heard Monroe over her barking like a dog. So we're fine.
You have to take it, and you have to ask yourself. I mean, it also makes me like psychotic, but every moment that I'm relaxing, and this is very unhealthy, so don't do this all the time. Okay. But every time I'm starting to relax, I ask myself, are you okay with the fact that somebody else is grinding right now, and you're just sitting on the couch being lazy, eating chocolate, and I think in the beginning of building a career, that type of mentality, at least in my opinion, is important because that, has a fire under your butt. Also being completely broke and poor and confused, which was a lot of my motivation helps. But yeah, I mean, does that, I think...
Yeah, I think...
I don't even know what you asked me.
You're perfect.
It's a great answer.
Okay.
It's a great answer. It's actually important for people to understand that. And as your therapist, by the way, I don't know if you know, I'm your life coach and personal therapist.
Thank you.
There's times in my life I was worried about you, like wanting you to just breathe because I see, I can't, I tell everybody like what I read is not even like a tenth of what you do. And it's like, you are the most disciplined, focused, driven human. And yeah, you have a beautiful dude now. By the way, congratulations on your engagement and the wedding coming up. I love him to death. He's just the most awesome dude in history. And the fact that you've gotten to that level where I hope as your buddy, you can breathe. And it's part of the process of what I wanted to talk to you about at the beginning of the show was to just like, can you even believe when I was in the band's day, you don't, and I talked to Randy about this and I've talked to other people, you don't get a chance to stop and go, oh my God, I literally can't believe I've been with Hans Zimmer for 5 years. I've been doing soundtracks for Wonder Woman. I've been doing other soundtracks, video games. Do you even realize what you've done, how old you are?
I have to say I am guilty of never being satisfied.
I'm telling you right now though.
Yeah. No, I'm trying. I'm actually, this is funny. Literally in the last week and a half, I signed up to see, actually, you were just saying therapist, but I seriously signed up to see a therapist because for the first time in my life, because I always said I don't have any issues. I just want to work all the time. I'm like, it's normal. But I realized, I think because I don't truly take the time to be grateful enough. I'm like, okay, I'm grateful. And then obsessively, it's not enough. I have to have more. I have to have more. Yeah. And it's important to have that balance, because you don't know when it's all going to vanish. I mean, die literally.
I think when we talk on the show of pro athletes, the top of the top, the top of movies and entertainment, I think there's always a drive that you have to have. There's something that makes you, I always make a joke that someone like J.J. Abrams or Steven Spielberg, sure, they're going to be rich forever. Sure, they're making bank. But I guarantee you, after they make a movie and they go to bed that night, no matter what place of the industry you're at, they're going to have a nightmare if they didn't do a great job. And if they know it wasn't the best thing, because they still want to exceed the last thing they did. And that's what being an amazing talent, Tina Guo, is all about. You're never going to be satisfied. You're always going to want more and do more, but you're finally recognizing and I don't say this to everybody because there's plenty of people that we're talking to now, sometimes myself, we're all guilty of procrastinating, being comfortable, not maybe watching one extra cable show with me, maybe 8, and you're that's my problem. I'm a lot older than you guys. I'm allowed to watch a couple cable shows.
Okay, enjoy yourself.
Thank you. But that's the point. But the point is, and now you got someone to share it with. I think that was the factor for you that made everybody go, okay, stop. I must breathe. I must enjoy my guy. I must travel a little, do some things. And by the way, I want you to stay driven. And I want you to be hungry. And I always want you to be successful. But now you can balance it. That's the word.
Yes, work a little bit smarter. Yeah. Not, maybe 2% less harder.
Maybe 4. I think 4%. For you, 4.
Okay,
yeah, because that's 2 is nothing. 2 is you just didn't have coffee at the morning. You skipped that and went right to your day. Got it. No, that's pretty incredible. So tell me, let's go through some processes. I want to know for the people out there, I call them the kids, but they're anybody younger than I am, which is very old. So for the kids at home, you're scoring, let's say you're with the Ziminator. That's Hans, by the way. I know you're watching. Nice to see you. He's our guy. He's literally, I think he's the show's mascot. He does. That's our goal.
Does he know this?
No, I want you to tell Hans, our goal is every other show, maybe from now on, we're going to talk about him until I get him here. Yeah, we'll get him here, right? At some point. No, she's like, she's smiling yes, but her heart is saying, absolutely not. He's not going to come and do the vodcast, but we'll get him.
You never know.
Of course he
will.
You
never know.
Why wouldn't he do the show? He's not going to do the show. So when let's say you're scoring with the Ziminator, you're doing Wonder Woman. I'd like to go through some general Hollywood layman 101s because we have a lot of newbies that are trying to get in the biz. Mm-hmm. First of all, your dedication story. That's what this is all about. Now, you're scoring for Wonder Woman. Are they giving you a opening sequence? Are they giving you assets of like artwork, posters, video? Tell me what's going on.
It's completely different for every project.
What Wonder Woman?
That one in particular, so Hans called me up. He had been experimenting with different singers and having some problems trying to figure out, this theme. And so I went in and he calls it, the Banshee Screams, which is what I do on the electric cello apparently. Yeah, cool. So we went in and he had some different ideas and we really just played in his studio with some of the other people who work there, other composers, and we were just sitting around playing with different ideas. But it happened pretty quickly, actually. So within that first session, we thought of the theme, and then we started recording it. And I think I must have probably played it 300-400 times.
Oh my God.
Over and over and over, and really to get the right sound, the right style of playing, and then we multi-track that. So that's one example. A lot of other times, I do. I guess my day job, it's one of my jobs, is to do session music, and I usually do a session at least every day for remotely. So I would say 95% of my clients are all remote sessions now. Even if they're in LA, I'm like, okay, that's too far. 25 minutes, no, that's too far. I'll do it from home. And so I record the parts for them. Obviously, in that situation where you're not together in person, a lot of the time the composer or the producer will just provide the sheet music. Sometimes if they want me to write my own part, we talk about that beforehand, and then I just send in the parts. And it's really something, I think it's a thing that I've built over, oh my gosh, I guess I started doing this when I was 18.
Unbelievable.
And so it's just been, it's over, word of mouth, I think having a large clientele, being easy to work with, hopefully, being pleasant.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Rambo. I'm going to talk to Rambo about how easy going.
No.
How's the home life with Rambo? Is that pretty easy going?
No.
I'm going to get him on a little text after the show. What I like about talking to you is, and we talk about this on a few shows, is diversity in what you do. So people who are tuning in for the first time learning about my pal TINA GUO, they're going to think classically trained, Hans Zimmer, this whole thing. But you're like a rock star. You're a metal playing cellist, madwoman machine that is like so distortion pedal. Give me a rock solo. Is that your heart and soul?
Yeah. My first love was, it's not really, it's like industrial metal. My first love was Marilyn Manson, my first obsession, right?
Unbelievable.
So Marilyn Manson, Rammstein, that's my, I guess, musical soul, if I had to pick one. Yeah. Of course, I still love classical music. I love New Age music. The Grammy nomination was actually for Best New Age Album. Yep. So it's really kind of all over the place. The only stylist of music that I feel like I'm not, I don't know enough to really play in a genuine way is probably country music, polka.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Yeah. No, I mean, seriously, but everything else, I've really tried to, jazz, I'm not too great at. I've done some jazz stuff.
You got a style for her that you could think of, that just to quiz her, an extra style that maybe she hasn't worked in that we can?
Yeah.
You got
reggae cello.
Oh, reggae. What about reggae?
I've experimented with it a little bit.
You know what? She got us. She actually has. She's done it.
Yeah.
So basically, we have a little note that I think in 2018, you performed in front of 75,000 people at the Wacken Open Air Festivals at the Gamescom in Germany. Is that not correct?
No, I think you're mixing up like 3 different things, but that's okay.
No, that's my pre-show notes. That's my pre-show notes.
Wacken was a huge highlight personally for me artistically.
Sure.
It was actually last year, so the last festival.
That's what I said, no?
I
know I lied. I always lie.
What year is it?
No,
it's 2020.
You were right. I was pretending that I was right, but you were right. I did lie. I did say it wrong.
Whatever, close enough. So
was that not 75,000 people?
It was 75,000.
Okay, and then the Gamescom.
Gamescom hasn't happened yet. I don't know if we're supposed to be talking about that.
No, we're not. What is Gamescom? You didn't even say what you were doing.
August 2020.
What?
In your favorite city, Cologne, Germany. Wait, is it in Cologne? I think it is.
True?
Yes.
How psychically
How
weird.
weird.
We didn't even talk about that. That was not in our pre-show notes.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, Cologne, Germany. No, I just made that up.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because last show,
everything works.
I talked about Hamburg. You know, I have some people in Germany that like to call me.
Yeah.
Names, but not the whole thing. So you did, all right, so you do your metal stuff. I know you've released a lot.
My nose is ticklish right now.
It's okay, tickle your nose. You can blow it on camera. I'll just have him cut to Randy Cam. Let's see Randy, what he's doing. Yeah. Let's have like 5 seconds of Randy. Can you look into the monitor?
Wait, right here?
Yeah, thank you. Okay, that's great.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, you're welcome. Did you get we got it?
I think so.
I think during one of the shows I coughed up a piece of my lung once.
Oh.
Yeah, but I just made a point to show it.
Nice.
Because you got to just do it. So the metal stuff you've been doing, I know you've done the new age, you've done the classical. What would you like? I want to see a clip of yours. We're going to talk about it. We're going to show it.
Yeah.
So tell me what clip that we can use a license of, because some things I can't use a license of.
Oh.
So it's got to be your thing.
I mean, are you talking about like the Wonder Woman thing, or
what
something
can I
that's a little
show?
bit?
Something that I can show.
You know what? You know what's fun?
What?
We can show my very first music video. It is
What?
public domain because it's based off of a
What?
classical piece by
So
Rimsky-Korsakov.
exciting. Yeah.
I know it's a little bit overdone. You know,
Yeah.
Jennifer Batten did it, but the Flight of the Bumblebee, but in a metal style.
This is what I want to see.
It is rated 18 over on YouTube, though.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
All of our
That's
fans are
okay.
literally 17 and a half.
Okay.
There's one kid in Chicago that's 19.
Yeah.
That's how he'll watch it.
And that is actually the video that Hans saw and
Yeah.
asked me to work with him for the first time
Wow.
10 years ago.
So
that led to a lot of
I'm going to
stuff.
show it. What's it called on the YouTube? Is there like a heading?
It's called Queen Bee.
Tina Guo. Queen Bee.
You
So
do
if
have
you
to sign
Google
in.
it, sign into the YouTube.
Yes.
Or
yes.
to your site.
No, it's to sign in to say that you're over 18.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
It's an artistic video.
The 14-year-olds are going to lie, right?
Of course.
Okay,
of
yeah.
course.
So we sign in, Tina Guo, Queen Bee.
Yes.
I want to take a look.
Yes.
Do you mind? We're going to take a look. We're going to do
right now?
Yeah, right now.
Oh my
You ready
gosh.
to go?
Yes, I'm
All
ready.
right, here we go.
Okay.
This is Tina Guo. Oh, my God.
Queen.
Oh, my God. What is wrong with me? I'm going to edit that out. Nice.
Don't edit it out. I
Really?
like it.
Tina Guo. I called him Randy Singer on the last. I don't
Like-
There's a guy in Florida. He hates when I do this. Named Randy Singer who plays harmonica. He's great. He's great at it. So I called him Randy Singer, and now we're not friends anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tina Guo, Queen Bee. Check it out on YouTube, but you better be 18. Here it is. Unbelievable, Randy.
Wow.
Like I told you, Randy, that this
Amazing.
girl. No, I told you this girl literally is my idol.
You did.
And I'm going to say this because I've been around. There's a song. I've been around
block.
the world, and yeah. I've been around the block.
Yeah.
Not new kids on the block, but because that's like
Those
a whole
ones.
different story.
Yeah.
That's my '90s moment.
Yeah.
I don't know that I know a finer musician, and I don't mean that as a beautiful person. She's so fine. That's another song reference. But literally the best musician I might ever know, and you're second. And I told Noel.
I want to be second or third.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. Like I'm so freaking proud of you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Appreciate it.
That
Seriously,
video is
thank
sick. It's stupid. And by the way, if you're learning cello and you can't do that next week, then you should stop. No, that's a joke. Don't get discouraged. She's been doing that for how long?
Since I was 7, and I'm 34, so like a million years, a long time.
Maybe 27 if I'm a smart person. No,
Yeah.
maybe.
That was it. That's
Yeah,
good.
and we already got locked in a room. Which parents at home? Just because Tina's parents locked her in a room, we don't need to lock your kids in a room.
No, but it is effective, I have to say.
When I always go into tangents. Do we have tangent music?
It's pretty tangenty.
So when we were doing our first record, I think I just told this story in one of the last pods. We were trying to sound like a band we hadn't been a band recording. So thank you. So I like to go into tangents. I'm going to edit this part out. And what listen, Tina, this isn't funny. So our producer locked us in a studio that was about this. 5 guys, 18 hours a day for 3 months. Because we were making a major record. We had just all got together and we needed to sound like we were together for 5 years. And it was the Bryan Adams song, Until Your Fingers Bled. You know what that's like. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have bionic fingers. But it hurt playing like 10 hours a day, a couple breaks.
Sure.
Rob couldn't even sing all day because he couldn't do vocal breaks are tougher. So yeah, I get it. You got to practice your craft. Hey, at home, if you're trying to write and be a writer, actually write every day. Practice your writing. If you want to be the world's greatest athlete, I tell the kids in my little Edgar Pingleton book, go out and play baseball every day for 15 minutes. Just do it. Get started. Get great at what you want to do. Transform your life. Tina, living example of what greatness takes, the practice and the dedication. So we're back to the show, Randy.
I love it.
My God, that tangent was amazing for me.
That's crazy.
So what are we doing? I like when the tangent sound comes on. It relaxes me, Tina. It really does. Why Vegas? What are we doing in Vegas? We're moving to Vegas. Why?
Yes. Okay. So the different reasons.
Yeah.
1, no state income tax.
Yeah.
No. 2, no business tax.
She's so smart. That's why she's smart.
3, much lower cost of living.
Yeah.
I know it's not possible for everyone, depending on what stage in your career you're at or where you have to be. But for me, like I mentioned, most of my sessions are all done remotely, or I'm usually flying one or 2 times a month to do shows, corporate events, things like that.
Easy commute.
Exactly. And the commute from our new home to the airport in Las Vegas is 12 minutes.
Wow,
and the longest it's taken me to get from Studio City to LAX is 3 hours, which is terrible because without traffic, it should be 25 minutes maybe. Right. And it's just, I love LA. I'll always be grateful for the experiences I've had here.
Of course.
And I'll also fly back. I mean, like I mentioned earlier,
You're not going anywhere, Tina.
Well, I've been to Vegas and back 2 times already in the last 6 days.
I'd laugh if you were here more now that you're moving because you're just part of LA now. You're part of the film industry. You're going to be here.
No, I'll be here like maybe once or twice a month.
No, I'm saying we're keeping you. You're not going.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna. Do you have a lock on the room? Because she's used to it. She's literally used to being locked.
Never to be heard or seen from again.
All right. Now here's how we're wrapping the show. I want to talk to you a little bit about you're doing a creative consulting business.
Yes.
Okay, I'm really proud of you. What are you doing for people that you can find this at tinaguo.com? Is that correct?
Right. You can just contact me through my my contact page there.
Yep.
It goes directly to the office email.
And we're going to have it underneath the thing, but it's TINAGUO.com.
Yes.
Tell me what's going on. What are you helping people with? Creative consulting, which, by the way, I think you're a super genius, talented in business. She has learned, literally so much. And as a musician, so you're going to be great for all kinds of people. Tell me what it's about. What are you offering?
Yeah, for me, for a very long time, I was obsessed with, of course, the music side of things, but I think I'm half robot, half artist, right? The 2 extremes. And my goal, because I came from such a, I don't know, not to sound dramatic, but like just super impoverished background where I was buying food at the dollar store and from the clearance racks at the Ralph's in the back. I always wanted to be a self-made millionaire. I was just obsessed with that. And this kind of ties in with also, feeling satisfied and not feeling satisfied. So actually when I reached that goal a few years ago, I thought I would be happy and fulfilled, but I wasn't. I felt like it wasn't enough. I mean, nowadays, in 2020, it's not that much. So anyway.
By the way, congratulations. That's pretty badass.
Thank you.
That's for Tina making some bank. I'm sorry. We just have to do that.
It's not all about that, but it's, for me, it's about just being self-sufficient, not having to depend on, I am signed to a label now, but by choice, not to be dependent on other people to control your art, and to have control over your creativity.
Money is not yachts and planes. It's freedom to do what you want to do. That's why you make money, everybody. It's not to live like a rock star. It is literally to do the things you want to do, make the choices you want to make.
Yeah, although you have to be careful because sometimes that in itself becomes a bit of a trap. So I'm trying to find that balance myself. Yeah. But as far as I just started doing the consultations because a lot of my friends and colleagues started asking by started, I mean, we're constantly asking for advice, and these conversations would sometimes, I didn't want to be rude, drag on and on and on. And I thought, you know what, maybe I should be charging, because I'm spending so much time.
That's smart.
And then I actually had a couple people offer to pay me. So I thought, okay, I guess if I'm charging for, recording sessions, I charge a lot less for the consultation sessions than I do for my recording, because I feel like it's, it's also, some of my clients are students, or not young students, but like college students. Some are actually much older. Some are not musicians at all. They do other things. But so it's more about like general, I think, financial advice, if I can even give that. I am not a certified financial planner or anything. Everything's very DIY.
It's a philosophy.
Yes, it's a philosophy. So I just try to help, people analyze what they're doing. And sometimes you need somebody to be very honest with you. I'm not mean, but I'm not, too nice.
Not a kiss ass.
If you ask your friends and your family, they're all going to tell you you're amazing. Even if they don't like it, they're going to tell you you're amazing. And so you need that kind of honest, kind but honest feedback. And I try to help them and work with them.
Firm and pleasant.
Yes, firm and pleasant, with a couple beatings on the side. And then, and we just talk about, how can you, what's your goal? And obviously the people that I'm meeting with, if they're paying me for my time, their goal is, how do I make money? How can I actually make a living from doing music? Because it's super hard. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm doing it, and I can tell you it's like a struggle every day to, oh my God, how do I keep this going? How do I keep this going? So I think having gone through it, there is a way to do it. There is a lot of wealth and resources out there. You just have to get a little creative, and things change so fast nowadays. It's not like, even when I came to LA in 2004, it's completely different. It's not the same anymore.
And by the way, I can't even believe watching what you've done since you were in the haunted production office that we had, and then just saying, man, this girl's so talented, she's got to blow up, to watching you literally. And you did this, which is why, excuse me.
I'll join you.
This is literally why people should talk to you as a creative consultant. She's gone from session player to trying to bring out her brand in Hollywood to being in the offices and studios of the best video games, motion pictures, orchestras, performing, to shows in Vegas. You should definitely go to tinaguo.com, get a hold of her. I couldn't think of anybody that I'd be more proud of to have her help represent the industry. Monetization, which is super important. Again, I was answering phones one day, stuck in a studio, no one to call. If I knew you were around then, if we could turn time and I'd be younger and you older, which would be better for me anyway, I would have called you. So that's one of the reasons why you get in touch with Tina. Super, super proud that she was on the show. I just have to say that grateful to know you as a friend.
Thank you.
Grateful for you to take the time to come down here. Tina Guo, one of my biggest inspirations. I can't thank you guys enough for coming to the show. Remember, if success were easy, we'd all be successful. Keep your horsey blinders on. Stay in your lane. Look straight ahead. Be super focused. Be driven like Tina. Randy Cook, best friend, partner, crime sidekick, music director.
Psychic.
Psychic.
I think we went through that, guys. That's Showbiz. I'm Adam Gaynor. We're in Hollywood. I can't thank you all enough for watching. This was Creationville. Thank you.
Bye.
Tina Guo, she is a superhero, came from lesson zero and conquered it all. All I know is she's a super fighter, knows what's wrong or right, and she'll fight for us all. Tina Guo. Tina Guo. Tina Guo. Tina.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope we made you smile or inspired you to do something great. Please help us make this show a success by tagging 3 friends, like our post, sharing, and most importantly, leaving us a comment and subscribing. That means a lot. Don't forget to go to creationville.com to subscribe to our industry blog that features tips, pointers, and your chance to win a free Edgar Pingleton plush toy. Thank you so much, and see you next time.